the top 10 upcoming games in March 2019. So far, the year 2019 has come up with some quality games in the first 2 months. The likes of Anthem, Apex Legends, Metro Exodus have done brilliantly in the market and are well liked by gamers throughout the world. And more stuff has been expected from the developers in the upcoming month of March as well. So, here are the top 10 games you should keep an eye on in March 2019. At number 10, we have One Piece World Seeker, an action-adventure video game based on the manga and anime series One Piece. The game has been developed by Ganbarian and will be published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. The game will be the first video game in the franchise to feature an open-world environment. The game puts players in the role of Monkey D. Luffy from a third-person perspective. One Piece World Seeker is set in the Jail Island. The player will experience an open-world environment which can be freely explored. The game's combat features stealth elements, and Luffy can use the observation haki to see enemies from behind walls. Techniques from the anime like Gum Gum Rocket, which allows Luffy to easily traverse the world, and Gum Gum Bazooka are also featured in the game. The game is scheduled to be released on March 15th, 2019 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. At number 9, we've Left Alive. Left Alive will be a first-person shooter video game developed and published by Square Enix. The game is due for release in Japan on February 28, 2019, and March 5th in the West for PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows. It was announced at a press conference by Sony Interactive Entertainment prior to the 2017 Tokyo Game Show. Left Alive tells a human story of survival from the perspective of 3 different protagonists during the devastating invasion set in war-torn Novoslava in the year 2127. The game will let you experience the humongous power gap between man and machine in pulse-pounding encounters, face off against powerfully armed troops, armoured vehicles, and towering mechs. The trailer of the game looks promising, and the game itself will surely be loved by the gamers who like the FPS genre. Up at number 8, we have a sequel. Tropico 6 will be a construction and management simulation game in the Tropico series, developed by Limbic Entertainment and published under the name of Calypso Media. The game was previously expected to release in the month of January this year, but its release has been delayed to the month of March. As in the previous titles in the series, the leader assumes the role of El Presidente, the leader of the Caribbean island nation of Tropico. Similarly to the previous title, Tropico 5, there are 4 eras: the colonial era, the World Wars era, the Cold War era, and the modern era. Unlike previous games in the series, where Tropico consisted of only one island, Tropico 6 allows players to build on an archipelago of smaller islands, allowing players to build bridges, in the World Wars era and later, from their starting island to the other islands in the chain. Tropico 6 is now set for release on Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, and Linux on 29th of March 2019, with a release on consoles scheduled for the summer of 2019. At number 7, we have an action-adventure mystery horror game, The Sinking City. The game is developed by Frogwares and published by Big Ben Interactive, inspired by the works of horror author H.P. Lovecraft. The game is set in New England, which suffers from a massive flood, making terrified citizens succumb to madness and doubt. We play the role of Charles W. Reed as a private investigator whose task is to resist the mass hysteria and discover the cause of the mysterious events that brought the city to the brink of collapse. The game features an open investigation system in which the outcome of the player's quests will often be defined by how observant the players are when investigating different clues and pieces of evidence. The Sinking City is set to be released for PlayStation 4, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox One on March 21st, 2019. At number 6, we have a remastered version of the previously released game. Assassin's Creed is a popular name among gamers throughout the world, and they'll be releasing Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, a graphically improved version of Assassin's Creed 3, which was released in the year 2012. The game will bring 4K resolution and HDR support. The remaster of the 2012 game will include higher resolution textures and improvements to gameplay. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered will be sold a la carte for PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One. For Odyssey Season Pass holders, they're included at no additional charge. The date of release for this game on PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One is March 29th, 2019. Next, at number 5, is another remake of a previously released worldwide hit, Final Fantasy VII. The Final Fantasy VII remake will be an action role-playing game developed and published by Square Enix. It's a remake of the 1997 PlayStation game, Final Fantasy VII. The game will retell the original story following mercenary Cloud Strife, as he and eco-terrorist group Avalanche battle against the corrupt Shinra megacorporation and the rogue former Shinra soldier Sephiroth. The game will be released exclusively for PlayStation 4 and is scheduled to be released in later March 2019. Next on our list, at number 4, is another game that's been a hit in the past and is coming with its 19th installment. Dead or Alive 6 is a fighting game developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo. Following events in Dead or Alive 5, Kasumi abandoned her ninja clan and secretly resided in a mountain village, but the world is about to be threatened by a new challenge. Running on a new engine for the 8th generation of consoles, new features include visible damage on the fighters during the course of the fight, while the sweat effects from Dead or Alive 5 return and are more detailed now. Also, Dead or Alive 6 marks the first time for the series to have costume customization mode. The game currently has 23 playable fighters. The game was announced in June 2018. It's set to be released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on March 1st, 2019. At number 3, we have another juggernaut franchise. Capcom will introduce Devil May Cry 5. It's the 5th installment of the mainline Devil May Cry series. The gameplay will feature the return of Dante and Nero as playable characters, along with a new character named V. The gameplay is similar to the other titles in the Devil May Cry series, focusing on fast-paced, stylish action. The game is directed by Devil May Cry series veteran Hideaki Itsuno. It runs on the Re engine, developed for Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Itsuno explained that the development team is aiming for a photorealistic graphic style. Following 2018's Tokyo Game Show, Devil May Cry 5 won the Future Division Award from the Japan Game Awards. The game is set to be released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on the 8th of March 2019. At second, we've an Activision Publications action-adventure video game, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and is developed by From Software. The game follows a shinobi named Sekiro as he attempts to take revenge on a samurai who attacked him and kidnapped his lord. The game features no RPG elements, such as character creation and equipment upgrades, as well as having no multiplayer elements. Rather than attacking to whittle an enemy's health points, combat in Sekiro revolves around using a katana to attack their poise and balance instead, which eventually leads to an opening that allows for a single killing blow. The development of Sekiro began in late 2015, following the completion of Bloodborne's downloadable content, The Old Hunters. The game was revealed via a teaser trailer at the Game Awards 2017 in December, showing the tagline, Shadows Die Twice. The game's full title was revealed to be Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice during the Microsoft press conference at E3 2018. The word Sekiro means one-armed wolf in Japanese, referencing the player character's situation, while the subtitle, Shadows Die Twice, was originally only meant to be used as a slogan for the teaser trailer, until Activision requested it to be kept for the final game. The game is scheduled to be released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on the 22nd of March 2019. And finally, at number 1, we have another humongous franchise with a sequel. This time Ubisoft is introducing Tom Clancy's The Division's second installment. Tom Clancy's The Division 2 can be played from a third-person perspective. The game takes place in Washington, D.C., 7 months after its predecessor, in which a civil war between survivors and villainous bands of marauders breaks out. In the game, players can cooperate with each other to complete objectives, which can be completed by up to 8 players. The game was announced on March 9, 2018 by Ubisoft, with the first gameplay footage being premiered at the Electronic Entertainment Expo 2018 in June 2018. In the Expo, Ubisoft confirmed that the game will be released on the 15th of March 2019 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. A beta version of this game is set to be released prior to the game's launch. After the game's release, 3 episodes of downloadable content, which add new story content and gameplay modes, will be released for all players for free. This will be a game to watch out for sure. So, here is our list of the top 10 games that are going to be released in the month of March 2019. Keep an eye on other games that didn't feature in this list also. Maybe they might make it into your top 10 list. We'll see you next time on the Gaming Regent.